Guys, I just recorded a whole ass video, made a thumbnail, made the title, did all the YouTube stuff, and then I was about to write a comment under the video like I always did. So I turned on the video and I was looking at myself in the bottom corner and all I saw was this. I was like, what? Why can't I hear something? So I turned up the volume and I could hear the Wild Rift, I could hear the Wild Rift theme song, this one. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but I could hear the theme song, but my mouth was moving. My mic was turned off. It was unplugged. Okay? I wasted a whole ass hour working on all that stuff. This video was supposed to be uploaded yesterday, but I was so sick and tired after that video, I was just totally done with working. I literally turned off my computer and just walked away. I was... Because you guys are about to witness the most ridiculous Diana gameplay from Andreszed that I could have ever showed you guys on this YouTube channel. That was my first reaction, the other video obviously. But let me tell you, your first reaction is gonna be the same. Because this new crazy weird build that for some reason is working is gonna be played today in the jungle. So there's timestamps in the description if you just wanna skip to the gameplay. Let me explain to you this ridiculous build that Andreszed decided to go for. So it's a mixed build, like a tank and AP build with lethal tempo. The rune is lethal tempo, but let's first talk about the build. First of all, you go for Nashor's Tooth. This is going to give you reliable early game damage and especially jungle clear. The main reason for this item is jungle clear. Then you go for the Sunfire Aegis. The boots depend on the game, Mercury's Threads or Plated Steel Caps. However, Mercury's Threads are generally going to be better for the tenacity. However, this is the second however. You don't necessarily need them if the enemy only really has late game CC, because if you look carefully, this is the wrong one, it needs to move my camera. The Amaranth Twin Guard gives you 20% tenacity at max stacks. So you don't necessarily need the Mercury's Threads, because you can go for Hunter Titan plus Amaranth Twin Guard in the late game. It's generally gonna give you enough tenacity. However, if you really want to be the tenacity king, you can get all of them, right? Keep in mind though, they don't stack on top of each other like a multiplication. It's a weird math. It's a weird way of math, but it's basically like this. Like, it gets less efficient the more tenacity you get. That's the way that it works. So yeah, third item is gonna be an Amaranth Twin Guard, and then fourth item is gonna be a Riftmaker. See, the beauty of Riftmaker. Let me explain to you guys the beauty of this item. Because this item is absolutely necessary with this build. If you carefully read what the item does, when in combat with champions, you gain a stack of corruption. Each stack increases the damage you deal by 3%, up to 3 stacks. At maximum stacks, the additional damage provided by corruption becomes true damage. See, exactly, I read it correctly. Each stack increases the damage you deal. Any damage you deal gets increased. And at the end, it's going to be increased by 9%. Keep in mind, this item gives you burning damage. This item gives you burning damage. 9% of that is going to become true damage. You see where I'm getting, guys? So not only are you very tanky, not only do you have very good damage against squishies, you are literally burning away 0.8 plus 1.6 0.8 plus 1.6, which is 2.4% of the enemy's HP. Every single second, an additional of 9% of this number as true damage. So you're burning a true damage on top of it as well. So you just really have to stay alive within the enemies and constantly hit your abilities, and the burning will work itself. It is crazy the amount of damage the burning does. Trust me, you'll see it during the gameplay. So yeah, for the boots, it depends. I already talked about the boots, yes. Enchantment is going to be a Stasis or a Stoneplate. You could use Stoneplate right after your full engage, after you've used your ultimate and everything like that. Stoneplate is going to be great. Stasis is also going to be great, however. Because, you can go in, tank everything, and then use Stasis when you need to Stasis. Meteor is one that is great if your team needs damage. Keep in mind, this is a tank meta, so if no one in your team has a Meteor, and if a lot of your teammates have tanks, you can get Meteor. Like, when you ult the enemy, auto-aim the Meteor, and it's gonna put it like close on top of you. You're gonna hit a good Meteor, right? On top of your ultimate, which adds to your damage. So for the runes, lethal tempo. I know it sounds crazy, but yes, it's lethal tempo. Keep in mind, your passive will also apply Searing Crown. You know, when you hit the third attack of Diana, which is the circle, this applies Searing Crown as well. So Lethal Tempo allows you to constantly apply it as well, and you will have crazy attack speed because Nashor's Tooth already gives you 50% attack speed, and then Lethal Tempo on top of that is going to give you an even more ridiculous amount of attack speed. Second rune, you can go whatever you want, but Brutal is going to be good in the early game, and also, honestly, also in the late game because you have so much attack speed. Like, no joke, it's also good in late game. However, Hunter Vampirism is also good if you want to be even tankier, because this gives you Vampirism, so it allows you to heal up, you know, from all the damage you do. And I actually recommend this one over Brutal. Here you can go for whatever you want. Ultimate Shield is great if you just want tankiness during ultimate. However, because you're a tank, conditioning is generally going to be better, because in the late game you get even more armor and magic, it makes it even harder to kill. And the reason that this is especially good on Diana, sorry I'm mumbling a little bit, I need to drink some water, but the reason that this is especially good on Diana is because she has her second ability, which gives her a shield. So even the shield will enjoy the bonus armor and magic resist you have in the late game. And then here you go for Hunter Genius, because you're going to be a genius in this game. And yeah, for the runes you go for Smite and Flash. So that is it about the build. Guys, what can I say? Let's get into the gameplay. And I found a way to actually turn on the gameplay without it glitching now. So like I can actually move my face again while looking at the gameplay, which is great, of course. But guys, what you're about to witness is going to be close to, well, I can't say that because my video is going to get demonetized, but ridiculousness, okay? Andreszed somehow, some way, theory crafts and find this build. By the way, I did a similar build on Teemo. Not exactly the same, but similar. Now, if you guys want to see that, make sure you give this video a like. You know what? If this video in particular reaches 1,000 likes, I am gonna release a tank Teemo build, which actually worked in a few days. If it doesn't get 1,000 likes, I'll release it somewhere next week. Like, I'm releasing it anyways. But if you guys really want to see it fast, make sure you give this video a like. You'll also support the channel. Also, I am giving away 3 skins this month. All you have to do to enter is put down a comment down below. Let me actually see if I can do this. Give me a second. Does this look better? Wait. I think this feels much better for me to have this banner around me. You know what's funny, by the way? A fun fact. This banner right here, a friend of mine named Miss Boxer made it for me. Actually, I think she paid like $20 for it back in the days. And she made it all the way when I started streaming on Twitch. I believe it was like 2017 or something. 5 years ago. I never thought about anything that could have possibly happened in my career. But I still have the same banner. I never actually changed it. But let's talk about the gameplay, because here we can see Andres actually being extremely aggressive. What he did is he cleared his entire blue jungle, and then he saw that his team was fighting, so he skipped his red buff and actually engaged in combat. Now I assume after he killed the jungler that he's gonna invade the blue buff, right? Because the blue buff should be free here. But it seems like instead he actually wants to be... Oh, he wants to be aggressive again. He actually failed right here. Let me go back into this video real quick and show you what he tried to do. So what he tried to do was he tried to flash combo his first ability on the Caitlyn. You can do it like this, where you use the first ability and instantly flash to a certain direction. Your first ability is gonna follow you. So boom, as you can see, it followed him. But unfortunately, he just hit it a little bit to the left, so it didn't work out. Because he missed it, he wasn't able to one-shot Caitlyn. If he hit it, he would have killed Caitlyn and run away. He got punished for it, and now unfortunately he actually died while killing the Caitlyn. Not worth it. Because he gave Caitlyn a big... Or sorry, it's true he killed Caitlyn and gave Blitz the bounty. But he could have... Like, in my opinion, he should have just invaded the blue buff. Because he killed the enemy jungler. He could have just invaded the blue buff. Easily stole away the blue buff. And also taken the Scuttle Crab. Instead, he now allows Kayn to get the blue buff. And the Scuttle Crab. Interesting. So like, now I assume he should go for the red buff, right? But no. He goes for another gank. Of course. I mean, it's Andreszed. Of course he goes for another gank. Let's see how this one goes. Dude. But look at how aggressive he is. He's really looking for the blue buff. Like, the Scuttle Crab is up on the opposite side. And his red buff is up. He actually knew it. He knew that the jungler was here. How on earth did he know that the jungler was doing the big fat brown guy? How did he know that? He stole it. That should be a kill on the Blitzcrank. Oh, he missed his ultimate on the Blitzcrank. But he's perfectly utilizing his abilities to constantly do the max damage with his basic attacks. And he's actually able to secure a bounty. So he stole away a jungle from the enemy and he got a bounty. Actually, totally worth it. He already got a Nashor's. He already got the Nashor's Tooth, actually. Like, honestly, it felt like he entered this game. But somehow he has been getting over 1,000 gold per minute this game just by killing off those enemies and invading the enemy jungle. So obviously he's doing something right, right? Like, you know what the crazy part is about Andreszed? It may sometimes not seem like he's making the correct move. And sure, he makes mistakes because he's a human. But, like, he just makes it work. He just makes it work. That invade, like, there's no way that invade would... Like no way a normal player would do that invade, right? And if I were coaching someone, for example, I would say that it was a mistake. But a player like Andreszed finds value in it, where he invades like that and just somehow knows that the enemy's coming. Is he gonna kill all of them? He's gonna kill all of them. I mean, again, he doesn't care about the scuttle crab. He literally doesn't care about the scuttle crab. You see that scuttle crab on top? Wait, actually, I can actually point to it. You see the scuttle crab? He doesn't care. He just kills everyone instead. He somehow, some way got 3 kills right now. And yet again, he literally doesn't care about the scuttle crab. And honestly, knowing how crazy Andreszed is, he could be waiting in the bush right here to gank. You know, to do the... I'm not sure. It has a name, but I forgot what the name is. Proxy. Yeah, proxy farm. He could proxy farm the wave and gank again. But yeah, he's not... I mean, that would be too much, though. He would probably die if he tried to do that. So yeah, now he's probably going to try to finally take his red jungle. And then probably look for another gank. Because he does have his ultimate, right? It's funny because he's close to 2 items before the first dragon. That's something interesting, huh? He's close to 2 items before the first dragon. Let's see. Is he gonna rush down the dragon? Ooh, that's a really good hook by the Blitzcrank, by the way. He goes on the squishy target in the backline and kills him. I want you guys to pay attention that he's actually quite a lot tankier. He is definitely tankier. You will actually see in the late game how crazy this build is, but you can already see that he is a little bit tankier than a Diana would normally be. And see, when you go for this build, your playstyle has to change. You're not the one-shot type of Diana anymore. You know, when you play AP Diana, you go for Electrocute, right? Like, you want a one-shot. You use your first ability, third ability, second ability, ultimate, and you one-shot someone. With this build, it's completely different. You are going to be going for these tank items. So what's going to happen is, you're not going to one-shot the enemies. Instead, you're going to be able to engage in the middle of the enemy backline. Just like this, he even secures the dragon. And everyone is going to attack you, but you're not going to take a lot of damage. You're going to be able to constantly dash around the enemies, constantly use your second ability to, you know, to get the shields all the time. Blitzcrank? There's no way he kills this Caitlyn, right? He actually kills the Caitlyn. No, he doesn't. Okay. I mean, he actually almost killed the Caitlyn, but it's crazy to me how with a tank item second, Sunfire Aegis, he's actually able to do that. Like, tank meta is crazy right now. I'm going to be releasing a tier list very, very soon. You know, I have to test out the champions first before I actually release a tier list, of course. So, you guys are going to be seeing which champions are going to be broken. And I can give you a hint. It's going to be tanks. It's definitely going to be tanks. And another champion. The biggest anti-tank champion in the game. Which I'm also going to be making a video of. And I know Ignite is going to hate this. I'm sorry, Ignite. I'm already saying it. I'm sorry. But I have a Vayne top lane video coming. Look, I know. I'm ashamed, okay? I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed. I accept that I'm ashamed, okay? I accept it. But I have to release it, bro. It's a tank meta. And it's just way too juicy to play top lane Vayne right now. I can't hold it. I love demolishing those tanks. I love torturing their souls in the top lane with my Vayne, with the true damage. Like, the torture that I give them, it's pleasure to me. You know what I mean? Opposite. It's the opposite. The more pain I give the enemy Mundo, the more pain I give the enemy Garen. Oh man, I just want to play top lane Vayne. You know what? After this video, I'm just going to play top lane Vayne again. Just because of all this talking. I just want to do it again. It brings up the evil side that's in me. It brings up the true reason why my name is HellsDevil and not something nice. It brings up all of these demons that have been hiding here and there and there and there. You know? Like, this little dude right here agrees with me as well. Everything. It brings up everything and just makes me play top lane Vayne. And I have a smile on my face the whole duration, man. The whole, like, I don't even regret it. Now, you know what? There are some points where I regret it. But it's basically like a toxic ex-girlfriend who gives you good child-friendly, you know what I mean? Like you don't want to go back to it, but you're just, you know... I'm not speaking out of experience, by the way. This is just a random saying, but I'm trying to make some people understand it, right? Like it's the toxic thing that you just can't get enough of. You have to get to it. You have to do it, and that's Vayne top lane to me. I hate it, but I have to do it because it brings out everything. Okay. Yes. Where were we? Yeah. Tank Diana. Now we got the Amaranth Twin Guard, and honestly, when you get this item, the game changes because all you have to do is just poke the enemy once. I think they're gonna change this item because right now it's broken. Because all you have to do with this item is literally just poke the enemy once, you know, with your first ability, for example, and after 4 seconds, you engage. Not after 5 seconds, even though after 5 seconds you get the full stacks, because after 4 seconds, you engage. Like here, he's stacking 1, 2, 3, 4. Now he could engage, because as you can see, after 4 seconds, or after 4.5 seconds, he's gonna have his passive up, and he doesn't risk losing it. So like you engage after those 4 seconds, and you'll have the, like here, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, and now very, very soon, boom, he gets the shield, he gets the tenacity, he gets everything. He's essentially unkillable right now. Like look at how tanky he is right now. Just look. Like even turret shots won't hurt him as much, and he gets a triple kill. Like that's the beauty of, look at his attack speed, look at his attack speed. Look, what? I'm gonna go back into the video. Pay attention to his attack speed on the turret. He has 6 stacks of lethal tempo. Look at it. Look. Look. Boom, 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 boom. Look at the attack speed. I guess lethal tempo. I guess lethal tempo Diana is the thing, huh? Oh, I'm gonna be bringing us so many disgusting videos. Like, there is a reason why I'm not rushing the videos right now, even though that would be the best thing to do to get a lot of views, right? Because obviously everyone wants to see the Vayne video, obviously everyone wants to see the Mundo video, obviously everyone wants to see the Urgot video. I want to make it the most disgusting way possible, where you guys are going to be able to inherit the most disgusting vile builds that you can build on them right now and absolutely torture your enemies, okay? Because this right here, I would have never thought of this. But Andres came up to me and he was like, bro, listen to me. I got you the craziest Diana build that you ever see. And people are gonna love this. So, I was like, say no more. Just upload it to the Google Drive and let me see it. And oh boy, he did. Oh my god. You haven't even seen everything yet. He has Rift Maker now. And remember when I said during the build part, when you get a Rift Maker, all of your damage, 9% of all of your damage as a bonus will be true damage. You're already burning a percentage of the enemy's HP, 2.4% to be precise, magic damage. And remember, 9% of that, on top of it, is gonna be true damage. All the time. Oh my god, it's crazy. Like, you don't even care how tanky the enemy is. You're burning him down anyways, right? Oh, he got it. Look at how tanky he is. He will literally not die. And the beauty is, he is like, if you actually pause the video, like let's actually pause the video. I mean, take a look at this poor, what is it, Kane? He is constantly burning. He's burning from Sunfire Aegis. He's burning from Riftmaker because of the true damage. And he's burning from the Searing Crown. But just look at the poor guy. He's constantly burning. Nasus is burning. Everyone is burning. And all that punishment that he took, he still didn't die. Instead, he's actually re-engaging, gets a quadra kill, and this is gonna, like, I mean, look at this. He wants that Penta. He's not gonna go away without this Penta. And boom. And even though he is full tank with only really 2 AP items, he's still doing, like, not as much damage as full AP Diana, obviously, but, like, you know, good damage. Like, definitely really, really good burst damage as well. So, like, essentially, you find a balance between doing enough burst damage to not necessarily one-shot the enemy, but still, like, really, really do a lot of damage. And then also being tanky and shredding their tanks because of all the burning. You have it all, right? So, and in this tank meta right now, this build is probably going to be better than full AP Diana because there's a lot of tanks. Full AP Diana doesn't do well against these tanks, right? Because they can actually tank up your one-shot and you're going to be very, very squishy because you're full AP. naturally you're going to be squishy. But when you go for this build, it's completely different. You can actually engage in a 1 versus 5, tank up everything. It's like now, look, he just wants to hit him once, stack up the Amaranth, whatever this item is called, the Twilight Breaker, and go in, right? And honestly, the tenacity makes it even better. Like the tenacity, you know, it gives you 30% armor, 30% magic resist, which is already insane. But the tenacity is the cherry on top, because this allows you to freely move through the enemy, because 20% tenacity is a hell of a lot of tenacity. It's more than you would think. There you can see he's gonna go in again. Vex is just scared to death. Like, I want to show you guys. I really want to make you guys understand where all this damage is coming from. Because, look, he uses his first ability on the Vex. Look. So his first ability does 241 damage. Take a look at it. You see that right here. But that's not all of it. Look, if we wait a little bit, 1, 2, 3 seconds, another 68 damage. This is from the Searing Crown. See, his Sunfire Aegis is also doing damage to all of the enemies close to him. This is where, like, you'll see how much damage he will have dealt at the end of this game. This is where all of it is coming from. And now let's go back. I want to show you guys another thing. This is why the tenacity is beautiful. Look, because Caitlyn puts down a trap. Look, he walks into the trap. He literally gets rooted for like half a second and keeps walking. Because he has Mercury's threats and he gets the 20% additional tenacity from this item. It honestly feels like there is no CC in the game when you go for this item, plus Mercury's threats. And adding Hunter Titan to it, of course, makes it crazy. Here he tanks a turret. I mean, is there even a turret, guys? Is there actually even a turret? I didn't even realize that. Oh, look at that. The Herald is getting attacked by 3 turrets. Oh my god. That was funny. I mean, he goes for this one as well. And he's gonna backport. No, not the minions. No. Ah, okay. He couldn't have escaped that one. And he's full build, guys. He's full build. This is just ridiculous. Oh, it's called Twin Guard, not Twilight. What am I saying? The Amaranth Twin Guard, this item is 100% gonna get hotfixed. I'm predicting it already. They're probably gonna remove the tenacity, and I would assume they're gonna change the way the passive works, because I think it's ridiculous that you can just hit the enemy once, wait for 4 seconds, and engage with the full passive. I mean, sounds completely brain dead to me. Unless they really want to make Wild Rift like super duper easy to play, like this item is way too easy to fully utilize. And if you didn't know already, like this tip that I gave you is the golden tip. Don't go in immediately. Literally just poke the enemy. For example, if you're playing Mundo, throw your first ability, hit it, or use your third ability to push a minion into the enemy, wait for 3 seconds, 4 seconds, and then you go in. And the bonus armor and magic resist and the tenacity that it gives you is equivalent of like having 2 full items. I swear to God, it's like literally having 2 full items, especially in the late game, because it's a percentage. It stacks with percentages. So if you have 300 armor, this item is going to give you 55 armor and 55 magic resist. On top of that, it's going to give you 90 armor and 90 magic resist, because 30% of 300 is 90. Have you ever seen an item that gives you 145 armor, 145 magic resist, and 20 tenacity? You see what I mean? This is an extreme example, but that's what I'm trying to say. It can even be like as good as having 3 items in the late game. Like, look, now he gets the bonus from the Amaranth Twin Guard, and he literally becomes unkillable. Like, look, he becomes unkillable, and just the damage that he deals on top of it. Look at this. He's just not dying. Look. His burning kill to the Caitlyn. Literally, the Sunfire Aegis and the Soaring Crown burning killed the Caitlyn. I need to stop talking. I need to stop talking and get my hands on Diana. Now that sounds wrong. Don't take that out of context. And play her. No, play with her. No. Play her in game. There we go. Yeah, play her in game and abuse her. No, I just can't stay out of context. Stop it. Abuse her power in game. Abuse her power in game. I'm pretty sure Ignite doesn't watch my videos all the way though, so I think it should be fine. You know what's funny? He actually never misses anything. So I don't even know why I thought this would be fine. But let's take a look at how much damage he did. 52,000 damage. Now, I'm not screaming because it's literally 3 AM right here. But yes. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Bye bye.